Kid, I'm from the bottom with the dirt and the burns me. My garden is a jungle, I'm Tarzan in Jersey. Beating on my chest while I'm storming across the concrete. Deez on my feet, DMC with a rhyme scheme to eliminate all the fake that I've tried to. Test the skills of what happily oblige you. Aggressive in the session, peasant with a message. Destined to lead this belly of this beast with indigestion. Hold up, I'm not your normal, never like to conform you. Throw your monkeys a vine if you trying to swing from my scrotum. I'll be funneling Eve while I'm rolling up leaves. Trying to seduce the serpents with propaganda with purpose. With volcanic emerging and tall cannon suburban. Couple bogeys and homies is hungry so they be lurking. Silver backs with silver straps to feed that hungry cub. Roll the bud and try to understand where we coming from.
Well, all right. What's good, sports fans? I'm right here again, About That Sports Life, Hamilton Radio, Channel HR2. Here as always with my partner, Deez.
What's going on?
This is Ace. What's good, man? Been a little minute.
Chilling, man. You know what I mean? Not disappointed over the weekend like most people. I expect trash from that whole weekend.
My All-Star? I mean,
yeah, if you
it was cool. I mean, it is what it is.
It's trash.
Yeah, but I mean, trash is a relative term. If you're expecting better, then I can see why you would call it trash. But it's exactly what I expected out of
trash.
Yeah, All-Star game.
Yeah, trash.
It's fun. It's lighthearted. It's not supposed to be serious. Now,
I'm talking about the whole weekend outside
weekend.
of the skills competition and the 3-point.
The 3-point, those were great.
Yeah.
But even the game, it was fun what it's supposed to be. Now, what it was missing, the one thing is defense. It's not like you should be playing team defense, shutting people down. All I want out of it is those matchups that you want to see.
Those one-on-ones?
Yeah, that's all you want. That's all you want when you go watching the All-Star. You want to see those guys go at each other at least a couple times. I didn't get any of that. One time, Isaiah Thomas and Russell Westbrook had an exchange where he hit a shot, Isaiah went down and hit a shot on him. But it wasn't really defensively. It was just they were going at each other, but that's it. I'd rather see some of that competitiveness. That's it. But other than that, I mean, it's what you expect. I like the dunks that they were doing in the All-Star game. I wish they did it on Saturday night. that thing on Saturday night, that was bad. That was bad.
I don't even want to talk about that dunk contest, man.
Because the 3-point was too good.
I haven't been a fan
for the dunk contest to be that bad.
I felt the last 2 years were aberration. I haven't been a fan of the dunk contest in quite some time.
Nobody was.
Like it's trash. Like it's just get rid of it. Like they're getting 39 attempts and all. You can't even get into it. Like you know what I mean?
The problem is the people that are in the dunk contest have no business in the dunk contest. The people that should be in the dunk contest, they play on Sunday night and they don't have no interest in the dunk contest.
Yeah. And look, man. Shout out the friend of the show, Eric Parker. Shout out to EP. He was in the building. He said it was like the library in there. It was like church.
During the dunk contest?
Yeah,
it
like,
looked like
it.
It
man.
looked like it was.
That's no fun for nobody. Not the viewing audience, not anyone. That's no fun for anybody, man. I did get to see footage of the Chappelle barn joint. That was like, I kind of wish I was there for that. Like he had Chance up in there, Tribe up in there. You know it's New Orleans. New Orleans is dope. Like
a friend of mine had a get together. So I wasn't paying no attention
to the game.
Have you heard?
He was drinking Hennessy.
Jameson.
You done grew up.
Yeah, I'm drinking whiskey now. Drinking whiskey now.
You smoking cigars too?
Nah,
okay.
I can't smoke now. I got the asthma.
But, okay, good for you. They terrible on your lungs.
So, during the get together, this is what I want to talk about it though. During the dunk contest, TV was on mute. We had the music up. We were playing the Martin trivia game. If y'all don't know about this, it's like a card trivia game. They have it for
the Martin show.
They have it for Martin, Fresh Prince, Cosby
I don't
show.
remember the like. I remember some stuff, but I know
I'm a Martin fanatic.
It's people that'll give you, like The Wire. I got a better shot, but Martin.
They need to do it for The Wire.
I don't recall that. But part of Martin time I was indisposed, so I didn't have access to the television.
Watch that. It's
one
of the best shows to rewatch.
But
I've watched. There's no episode of Martin I haven't seen. It's just a matter of how many times I've seen it and do I know all the words.
See, I watch a lot of television, so I don't recall. I got like 30 shows I'm watching at any.
I'm a Martin fanatic. I watch every episode at least 5 times, I would say. Gotta be. And but those card games are really fun, especially for a group of friends. I mean, just seeing. It's another game though that I want to try out. It's called Black Card Revolt. It's just various.
Saying you ain't hood enough or something?
Yeah, basically,
That sounds like something we should bring it in and do a trial run on live with that.
Yeah,
like,
that'd be fun. But I got the Martin one, so you got to get the Black Card Revolt because I already bought the Martin. I already invested.
Yeah, I can find it on Amazon or something. But they might kick because if I get embarrassed in my hood car, I'll start knocking over because you got to get your hood props back. So I start knocking the mics off.
Yeah, do what you gotta do.
They doing good. Every time I come in, they got another little corner painted and everything. We getting it together. Eventually, I'll be able to pan the whole room. But right now, the part you see is good though. Like it's an optical illusion.
Still the construction. Yeah, literally. But I mean, what else is good, man? What else was going on, man?
I'm like Vice, man.
Vice
Noisy.
Is great. Best channel.
Man. I'm watching Vice News every night.
Are you watching Deez and Mero yet?
Yeah, I've been watching them. Like I don't catch them every night, but I catch them. Like
one of my favorite shows. Like, all right, so you usually keep up on current events, what's going on in politics. I'm very passive with that sort of stuff. Maybe I get it offline. I don't like watching CNN. I don't like watching Fox News. Definitely.
You might be getting alternative facts.
No.
Because I know you heavy into the Black Twitter. I don't trust Black Twitter either. Black Twitter is, they too biased too. They too slanted too. Like Black Twitter,
I used to be.
I'm skeptical when everybody calling themselves kings and queens. And stuff
I haven't been on Twitter at all. Period.
Troublesome.
In a long time.
Good for you.
Deez and Mero, they pretty legit. I mean, they put a spin on it, of course, but
they funny in like a corny way.
They keep it up to date. Yeah. Like they're talking
like
about what's going
half
on.
Half Drake, half Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Half old heads from New York somewhere. Were they from the Bronx or something?
Bronx.
Like that?
They both from the Bronx.
Yeah.
It's cool. I'd rather listen to them than anybody on any of those news networks. I tell you that right now.
Yeah, the news is tricky right now because shout out to Trump though. Trump could take a fact and spin it and make it seem like people are attacking him. Like, the guy. You know what? People calling him dumb. What he has a certain
nothing dumb about
he has
Trump.
A certain skill set. Like he may not be traditionally smart, but he has a certain skill set because that's a talent. The way he can just take and I mean he has people that believe whatever Yeah. Like when he was talking about the electoral votes and how he had so many, and then they brought up President Obama. So I was talking about the Republicans. Then when they brought up President Bush, he was like, "Oh, I heard that somewhere. I read that." So
Well, but all right, so you say you watch Vice. If you watch Vice, one of the best things about Vice to me is it shows me who is voting on Trump's America. Who's voting for Trump? I see it now. Like I knew it was there, of course, because he got elected, but it wasn't tangible to me. I couldn't see that these people are really living and breathing and what. Now that I see it, I'm like, I get it 100%. I see what's going on, and there's nothing we can do about it. I know that already.
Hey, man, if you down there in rural Kentucky somewhere and they took the 1 or 2 plants that y'all had, you hoping they bring them back. That's what they, basically, if I'm living on public assistance and somebody's telling me certain things, even though he's a billionaire, it may be challenging to see through that because he's telling me what I want to hear and I know what my everyday struggle is.
One of the shows on Vice is a show called Hate Thy Neighbor. I don't know if you've seen that yet.
I couldn't. The first one, I seen the first one. I said, I'm just chill on this.
No, the guy said he was joining a white supremacy group, and they asked him. The host of the show asked him, "Why are you joining the group?" He said, "Because they took my job." That was his reasoning. So then, basically, that supremacy group is more like a neo-Nazi type of thing. They blame Jews for everything. No real reasoning behind it, though. That's what I'm saying. The entire time, there was never a reasoning that connected the Jews to him, Jewish people. I mean, I call them Jews. I'm just saying that's what they use. But connected Jewish people with him losing his job or whatever type of hardship they're having. But like you said, it just gives them a reason. Same thing Trump is doing. He's giving you a reason. Oh, elect me. I'm going to build a wall, and I'm going to give you your jobs back.
He can't build that wall, though. That number up to like 40 billion.
Yeah, how is this going to happen? How do these things even correlate?
I need to time out real quick. Keep it going.
Because if you're talking about keeping, you know what? This line of conversation might be problematic because I might get a little too real.
Nah.
What I'm saying is, if we're talking about Mexican people and taking jobs, what jobs exactly are we going to be talking about right now? Because in my experience, the jobs that most Mexican immigrants that I see them doing are the jobs that the people that are saying that they don't have jobs don't want to do.
I don't think I think it's a non-existent issue unless we're talking about certain border states. We're talking about California, Arizona, Texas, and it may be a more realistic issue, but I don't know if that's an issue in New Jersey. I can't find people to do anything. I'm trying to get somebody to do some work around the crib right now. I can't find nobody. So I don't think that's a real issue. Like here, like it's like. He put a face to it, and it gave people an out or some way to kind of, how can I say, kind of bring light or kind of release them from any type of self-blame or where it's like, this is why I can't find work. Someone I had a friend told me about a scenario where a coworker there said they voted for Trump because they felt like they had been out of work so long because the illegals were taking all the jobs, and that's why they couldn't work. But
to me, that's only relative to what job you're going for. If you're telling me that you want to work.
But if you're a laborer, maybe you can make a compelling argument. But I say more so than that, it's just when you live in a technocratic society that what we're losing jobs to automation and things like that. Like when you have McDonald's spitting Big Macs out the machine, testing that out, like I told a group of students, like the fries aren't even going to be an option. You always had the fries as a fallback. If nothing else worked out, you figure I could be fries or greeter at Walmart. But now those jobs are going away. So you look at what you have is you have jobs, but you don't have people with those specific skill sets. Like even with institutions of higher education, they're not being innovative in the process. You want people to come to school because people need enrollment, but you got programs that take 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 years. If I'm in a bind now, I don't have 7 years to wait to turn it around. I need some kind of 6-month certificate program that I could go out here in the workforce and do something. So as opposed to what happened was when things opened up for people, everybody wanted the suit and tie gig. There's only a certain number of suit and tie gigs, and there's even less of those.
A certain skill set that takes.
And even if you look at retail's going in the direction of e-commerce. So what it is you have to develop these skills. People have to be able to learn these types of things quickly, and even from the K through 12 market, you got to get programs and curriculums that help these young people.
Realistic.
You got to introduce young people to coding and things like that they can use down the road, because everybody can't just sit down and those jobs are not there. The economy's changing. You have to be innovative. We have to change the curriculum, how we educating people. It's really complex. This whole Trump thing is highly
makes a lot of sense. But
thank you. I appreciate that. That felt good.
But my thing
I got
is,
my water.
Y'all
got water around here
What
somewhere?
we're dealing with is the alternative of that. The alternative facts to that. The facts you just gave me, they're working with the alternative of that. Like,
shout out to Trump, though. He's changing the lexicon. You feel me? Like, we using things like alternative facts, bigly. Like, he's changing the lexicon.
News. I love fake news. Fake news is my favorite thing to say right now.
But fake news, like, you can make anything fake
my
news.
Supervisor
like, he's making facts fake
news. Was writing our numbers on the board as far as, productivity.
There's some tap y'all put in there?
That's the water, unfiltered water from my house.
Oh, it's tap. You done bought some tap in?
But it's filtered.
All right, I'm going to trust you on this. It's filtered
I drink
tap.
it every day.
All right, that's cool. You look like you are. You making it. All right, yeah. It's
fake
good
news,
tap, though.
man. Everything, that's my favorite phrase right now. Fake news.
Fake news? Yeah, we can't even talk about music. I heard that Chance is doing stuff with Future.
Well, Future's album is great. If you
he got another one coming out tomorrow, right? Or Friday? I thought the second one. You got it already. He was supposed to come back to back.
I know that Future
is supposed to have another album coming out this week, too.
That I deny. I know Future dropped the album Future last week.
You going to the tour? You know he going out with Migos.
No, I want to go.
I think 21 Savage.
No, Migos, 21 Savage, Tory Lanez. Who else?
Thug on there, too, right?
Slim Thug. I mean,
not Slim Thug. Slim Thug. I ain't heard nothing outside of Texas. I ain't heard nothing. Only time I heard a Slim Thug song was when I was in Texas. That's it.
Yeah,
not even in Dallas. When I was in Houston, I heard a Slim Thug. In Dallas, I didn't hear the Slim Thug.
Metro area to get the Slim Thug. I'm talking Young Thug. But yeah, he's on it. Definitely good show, fun time.
You there?
Yeah, good way to start the summer off.
I think I'm a chill, man.
I'm with it.
Chance going back out on the road. Everybody out on the road. You got options.
Yeah,
I guess after the Twins drop, Hove probably hit the road, right? Hove got to drop
I
something.
think that we getting the next thing we getting is that Hove and Beyonce project. I think that's next.
No, why? No,
I don't want it.
No.
I've been on record as saying I don't want that.
Then they go on tour.
I'm pretty sure that's what we getting. I'm pretty sure that's what we
get.
getting next. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm pretty sure.
Can I get one more Hove album? Just some.
I don't think we're getting that. I don't think we're getting another Hove album. I don't. If you ask me, I think that those days are done. Then we get the Hove and Beyonce.
I'm just gonna go. I'm playing Hove all the way once
I want from Hove, what I want
for
is
the rest of the
Hove could just do the Andre 3000 thing for me. Give me 1 or 2 verses a year. Keep that same part like the verse he put on the Khaled song. I know you heard that. Him and Beyonce.
Nah, because it was him and Beyonce.
No, it's a good verse. He took a shot at Drake and everything. It's entertaining.
See, I don't need that. I don't need him taking shots at Drake.
No,
I don't need. No, I
that.
don't need that. That's not for the culture. Let Drake have his. Let me just hear some Hove. Like I like when Hove was so far ahead of it. You know.
But he's not there no more.
Twice. He didn't even take shots at me. He ignored shots.
Yeah, it's not. But it's not.
Know?
He's
this Hove that allows Jimmy to come into the fold. I seen that Golden State Warrior vamp shirt. Jimmy not gonna be a good earner with that. I thought Jimmy had some potential. We get some reality shows or something. Jimmy not gonna be an earner just making knockoff NBA jerseys. That's not. You gotta be creative, innovative. What we just talking about?
Yeah, I don't know what the plan is.
You can't do that.
I didn't. That was out of left field.
Did you see that? That it was, and it had Steph Curry number on it.
I've seen.
It said Vamp Life.
The closing. I've seen the clothing. I'm not impressed.
I should pull the picture up. That was just. I said, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, that clothing is fake news.
Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that, though? The Cam Jimmy thing? Did you follow that at all?
Yeah, I checked that out, man.
What you think? You team Cam or team Jimmy?
I'm team get them both out of here. It's the biggest waste of time. Like, why am I talking about these two dudes that are both past their prime? I don't care.
I'm feeling like it's a handshake agreement. I think they both going to have albums come out. We're going to get a Dipset reunion.
Guess what? I'm not gonna care about any of those things.
You ain't gonna listen to no Dipset?
I don't need it. My clothing doesn't fit like that anymore.
No, I seen Cam had on some clothes like he was like a parking attendant the other day.
Parking
attendant. Had some little tight slacks on, like borderline khakis. It wasn't no hot pink fur. I can tell you that.
I'm just saying,
far away from there.
The Dipset was a moment in time. It's classic. I'm always gonna love the Dipset Heatmakers music, but for 2017, Jim Jones, Cam. I'm sorry, Joel's. You never even got your chance to really shine.
Yeah, I was about to say he was the biggest loser there. Joel's is the biggest loser.
Yeah, definitely. He's the one that suffered from Cam and Jim issues.
Joel's is the biggest loser in hip hop. Second biggest loser all time after Lil C's. Lil C's is by far.
You're not gonna throw Lloyd Banks and Buck in there?
No, because Biggie died and Lil C's just his whole life went different. Like if Biggie doesn't die, Lil C's is Emery.
Yeah.
Not even Bleak, because Emery has surpassed Bleak in levels of like.
Bleak is.
Matter of fact, Caesar might be Tata. Like this is how much now we don't even see Caesar no more. Like we don't ever see.
Yeah, no, Caesar.
We don't talk about Lil C's. Lil C's is the all-time greatest loser in hip hop because of circumstances. Not Caesar was a child basically. You know what I mean? He could have easily died in that situation, but it totally transformed his life.
Yeah, it could have been very different for him.
Very much different.
For a lot of people.
There would never be no incident with Kim and him allegedly telling. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't just put that on people. I ain't seen no paperwork.
I'm about to say, gotta see the paperwork.
Yeah, I don't put that on people.
You gotta produce something.
Charlie Wingate taught me that. You don't just be putting. Shout out to Maxie. Charlie Wingate. They talking about Charlie Wingate coming home. That's like 7-8 years down the road. That's a long time.
I think he's done at least what? He done a few. It should be another couple years.
Man, a couple as in 7 or 8.
Nah,
Charlie Wingate looking at the long road still.
He
had life. 7 or 8, he's happy. Trust me.
Nah, I agree.
If you had life and 7 or now you down to 7 or 8 years, you are ecstatic. You could see the forest for the trees.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But to me, it's funny because if it not 7, 8 years, we don't know what's gonna happen. But if it is a couple years, I can see him still having some type of career. Because people still somewhat checking for Max B. Like if he got out within the next year or two, I can see him,
Yeah, but he on the clock.
Yeah.
That clock.
It's very tough.
The way things change. Like the thing about Max.
Because the people who
what he was doing was kind of more pertinent in this time. Like that's why people.
The people who remember
his style
him,
is now.
like all right, guys like a Wiz Khalifa, guys like French Montana, guys that remember Max and remember their influence, would have
It'll
to
be
still
a lot
be
of
around.
features, but I'm like, how far does that take you? Like
they'd have to still be around.
I think it's carried Remy Ma a long way because there was a void just with we had Nicki only, so Remy came in.
Remy, we to this point in Remy's career, we haven't seen the best of Remy that we're going to see because I don't know if you probably did not listen to the Fat Joe Remy Ma album.
Nah,
it's good. She is rapping very well. And her rapping.
I never really thought she was a bad rapper. I thought
she was always good. But what I'm saying is, for her to be rapping this well in 2017, after everything she did, she has a shot to be like. If you listen to that Fat Joe Remy album, I think the whole thing is a vehicle for Remy's album because it makes you want to hear a Remy album.
Ace.
Did we think All the Way Up was going to happen?
Remy is what she is. There's no more potential. She about 30-something.
What does that mean?
We ain't getting no bigger Remy. No, we going to have this Remy. The album going to be like she's right on her trajectory. She is what she is, and which is cool. We're not going to see a better Remy. I'm telling you. This is it.
We haven't ever seen Remy. That's what I'm saying, though.
She had a little album, right?
As soon as she came out, she went to prison.
So what we got?
Didn't tour.
This is Remy. I seen her on the show with Keisha Cole. I seen Remy out on the road.
I seen her at the show too. She came to William
She
Patterson
did a
University
show.
to do a fashion show. She wasn't there.
No, she did a show. She did a set. Like her and Keisha Cole had a co-host show.
But she has songs to do a show now. That's what I'm saying. She's going to be doing shows now.
Yeah, she's going to be doing shows.
All the Way Up is a show. That gets you booked.
Man, it's a song. It's a song.
It gets you booked, though.
Yeah, to get you booked. She be doing bar mitzvahs next year. So. Nah, I ain't gonna put that on her. She gonna hopefully Remy get money and do her thing.
She got a space in today's hip
hop. Yeah, I think she found her
niche.
She there.
That's what I'm trying to say.
She there.
If Remy has 5 hit songs, that's better than what we've seen from Remy in the past. That's what I mean.
Remy had 5 hits.
No, name them.
I don't remember. I don't recall.
She didn't.
I remember rocking my head the 5 times that Remy Ma.
Nah.
Might have been with Pun, but she was there.
Nah. She had a song with the Locks. She had a song with Neo. She had a song by herself.
No, she had a couple songs by herself.
Which ones?
I got to go back.
She
had a few songs by herself. See?
Conceited is her song.
Yeah,
Then she had the song with Neo that was big, and then the song with the Locks that was big.
One with Conceited too. Remy had it.
That was it, bro.
Her catalog is what it was. But I'm saying, that's what we're gonna sit here 3 years from now, and if we're gonna have the same conversation, and it's not gonna be that memorable, and it's not gonna be no Remy just going to the top and the elevator motion. No, Remy gonna ride this wave. She's surfing.
I just feel like there's a space for her.
Papoose, what about Papoose? Come on, no. Yeah, we're going to talk about sports now. He about to break. Did she invoke Papoose?
I didn't say. I ain't saying anything about Papoose.
Papoose is the most loyal man in America. I'll give him his
I respect Papoose. Now,
I'll let him ride with that. He held her down, and now he can
watching Love and Hip Hop gave me a whole new respect for Papoose. I didn't know Papoose. I feel like I know him. Not know him personally, but I know who he is as a person. And I respect it. I respect everything about Papoose.
Oh,
except I don't want Papoose music. Don't take this as Papoose. If you somehow listen to this, don't take that as any way, shape, or form of me saying I want Papoose music. I don't. No thanks. Just
if Papoose is listening though, shout out. We appreciate your ears. But
all right, man.
Papoose ever had a song?
I mean, he had
freestyle.
What was he had the one single. It wasn't even a really good song, but it was big in New York, I guess.
Oh man, look, that ain't no market no more. Let's
I forget the name. I really don't know.
Okay, transitioning into sports. We could just rock this thing through. We ain't got to break the night. Unless y'all got some music. Y'all can break some music. And we could break that at the end when we walk off. So
what you think about the NCAA doing the early rankings thing, basically a la college football playoffs?
I don't care. Don't matter. Because I actually get a winner. That's the sport. I get a winner.
Yeah.
They play it out.
Yeah.
Last two teams
But I
standing.
think it's this is my thing. This is my thing. I think it was cool and smart on the NCAA's part. Just for the simple fact of if something works for college football, I don't see any reason not to bring it to college basketball. Which college basketball is always working.
No, they own March and they just gonna chill with March.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. All I'm saying is this: all the
college football
rankings
signing day is probably
about.
bigger than every game outside of March Madness.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, if you find something that is creating buzz for one thing under your umbrella, why not use it for another one? It just makes sense to me. Early rankings, all it does is get people talking about March Madness, which is your big thing, earlier than normal. That's all.
I don't care. I don't think the people care. Have you had a conversation with anybody around this? Nope. It's like it never even happened.
I have because I so happen to root for a team that's near the top of those standings that's going to be a #1 seed.
Yeah,
so
y'all going to be
I've had conversations
you don't need
about
no preview for that.
Yeah, I knew we were going to be a #1 seed.
Anyway, they've been doing it already without doing it. Joe Lunardi stuff be accurate as heck.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who he know in the room.
Yeah, I don't know how.
But Joe Lunardi is, I didn't need this unless they wanted to give Lunardi more work to really put his skills out there. But Joe Lunardi is like, I basically know who going. Yeah. Every now and then it's a little bit. He tell you the first 4 out, and he be damn right.
And he tell you that the regions.
Man,
that's all I'm paying attention to. The regions who I might see. I think it's kind of.
I think he's slipping envelopes like back in the day when they used to go to Flex to break records. I think Lunardi's slipping envelopes because he got too much information.
I mean, that's a lot of that going on nowadays. And now, speaking of that.
Oh, yeah. Where you about to go? What you about to talk about?
I was about to go towards NBA free agency. But I mean, NFL free agency. I'm sorry.
Okay. Go ahead. I'll save it for NBA. We talking NFL free agency.
Yeah, I mean,
when we start talking NBA.
There's not much to talk about with NFL free agency yet. Nothing's happened. But what's the prediction?
Waiting to see where these quarterbacks land.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what
like
you think?
if they gonna trade Garoppolo, where Romo gonna land? They gonna release Romo? They gonna keep Romo? Are they gonna keep Garoppolo? Tom is 900 years old. Like, although he defied, what's his diet? I need to get that Brady diet book. Brady is getting healthier, stronger. He got to be on something. We're going to find out about his connect down the road. If Barry Bonds got caught.
Lance Armstrong. I always look to Lance Armstrong.
Well,
I always look to Lance because it's like, all right.
I knew he was going to get caught because everybody in the sport was getting caught, and there was too many people involved with Lance. He had a whole cycle team.
The change with me was with, all right, no, I'm saying the difference was in baseball, you saw the change. You saw it. McGuire, Sosa, Bonds, you don't get older.
So it's obvious there's different ways to dope because Lance just was still wiry.
Exactly. Lance always stayed the same.
Probably what he was taking the EPO and stuff was more about endurance. You can't look like The Rock and jump on a bike and think you're gonna beat people on the Tour de France.
Yeah, like I said, Lance is always that's the poster child to me that if you're doing something, you're going to get caught. Some point.
I knew it was too many people. And then Greg LeMond was mad because Lance took all his shine. So he been throwing rocks from the sideline like, he dirty, I'm going to get you. Sending people out there and everything. I knew he was going to get caught.
Right,
but Barry's team, that guy probably living in a mansion because he never gave up the tapes. Yeah. Barry homie. They stopped speaking and he still didn't give up the tapes. That mean the checks kept coming. Because they wasn't even speaking. But that don't mean when you went to that mailbox, that envelope wasn't in there and that thing wasn't right. They probably was doing that thing direct deposit. It's technology now.
Hey.
They just drop.
Whatever worked, man.
Hey, I ain't mad. Yeah,
they trying to get in the hard at this point.
They got to let him in, man. Yeah. Once you let Piazza in, all the rumors swirling around. Like, Barry never got caught. Like, you got to let him in. Like, Barry was a bad boy when he was skinny and before his head got big and everything. Like, so, got to let Barry in. Let Roger in. Let them all in. Because now that I know pitchers and hitters, I'm like level playing field.
Check the tape. We got to check our teams. I've said this years ago. I feel like if
in.
everybody was doping, then that makes it a level playing field.
Let them all in.
It doesn't matter. It's a whole era. Okay, that era.
If they weren't doping, we wouldn't even came. Well, you don't really watch. But nobody would have started watching baseball again. When Sosa and McGuire went on that little joint, that brought people back. People like, they hit home runs like crazy. I want to see this.
I was a Bonds guy. I wasn't a baseball fan. I've never really been a hardcore fan. But McGuire, Sosa, Bonds, I was
and they said that's what started Bonds to getting dirty.
Yeah,
Once Sammy and them start getting all the shine.
But that's what I'm saying. That makes it, to me, if everybody's doping, it's a level playing
Hey,
field.
man, it's all good.
It is
to
what
me,
it
man.
is at that point.
Hey, man, that's about them politicians, man, who their dad took them to the game in the 50s and everything, and they ate popcorn and sang the 7th inning stretch. They really hold dear to the records, man. We don't care about them.
Yeah, I don't think anybody.
Okay, Hank Aaron, Barry Bonds, it made me no difference. Babe Ruth, I got him.
So, I mean, what you think as far as these quarterbacks? Since they're probably the ones that's going to really be the shoes that drop. I think this. Garoppolo stays. Romo gets released. Who's the other one?
Cutler.
Cutler is going to be released.
They trying to trade him, but I don't think nobody, because
He's gonna be released.
you let them release him and then you pay him what you pay him.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's 12, 14 million right now.
Because the bottom line is this: if you're at the opposing team, you got to think about it like this: are they going to bring him back? No. So obviously they have to release him.
Where Fitzpatrick gone?
Home.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the Jets bring back Geno Smith though.
But I can see us grabbing a Fitzpatrick level
As a backup. Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
We need an experienced
That makes
backup,
perfect
so
sense. You bring him in, you pay him
Fitzpatrick or Cutler.
$3 billion or something. I think Cutler could start somewhere. I think Cutler believes he could.
Yeah, and
start.
I think that would be problematic.
Yeah.
I don't think I would want him as a backup.
I could tell by the way Cutler walked, man. Like he ain't trying to be nobody.
He's always been like Cutler. To me, I always, in some way, like Cutler, just for the simple fact of no matter how bad he is, you could never tell by looking at him.
Nah, he don't give you no hint of what's going on, good or bad. And you like that when I
want that in my
I seen him in
quarterback,
person. He totally walked by his whole team like none of them were over there. Like
I want that in my quarterback, though.
yeah, he that kind of guy. Like, man, I need some more of this tap.
But,
I'll get up and get it though.
I mean, as far as that, I mean, the quarterbacks go, I think it's going to be rather uneventful. The biggest thing.
Why is Adrian Peterson all heavy for the Giants? Like, what, he think that's if he can
Good
get in that backfield,
Good spot for him. As far as to at this
Super
point,
Bowl to contend.
he just wants to prove his point.
He's still that dude.
Yeah, and an opportunity where he can shine.
He's definitely not going to do it. That $18 million, that ain't going to happen there. And I ain't hearing the Dallas chatter. That just to me that was somebody that was bored.
Yeah,
like,
that's not gonna happen.
You're not going to bring him there. He's not coming there to be second fiddle and get
And
like
that's what he would have
80
to do.
carries
He
or
would have
something
to be
like
second
that.
fiddle.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna. Now we're not starting anybody over Ezekiel Elliott after what he just
I
showed
don't know,
us.
man. You get AD with that line, man, and they might split carries.
I mean, it would have been a great thing to have prior to.
Yeah,
Like, say if we got AP the year before, then drafted Zeke, I could see.
Brings it, but Zeke done established. Like,
It's a wrap now.
Zeke trying to get commercials.
Yeah.
He trying to, he trying
not
to,
good.
you gonna cause problems there. You divide the locker room over.
That would be very
something.
similar to the Romo Dak situation. We don't need
Yeah,
that again.
yeah, it'd be
we
kinda-
barely got out of the season
Yeah.
without that.
Only
being a
thing with
problem.
running backs and they get hurt, so
Yeah, we
most
definitely.
people go to 2 running back things.
We got to work on some depth because McFadden's a free agent and Alfred Morris, I believe, too. So we really don't have a backup.
And Alfred Morris, somebody got a lot of tread on. I don't understand
Yeah, I
how
don't
he
think
ended up
Alfred
like
Morris-
a third
I don't
back.
think he gets
Like,
back. I don't think he gets
nah,
back.
he goes somewhere and get some carries.
Yeah, I don't think so.
How many carries he got last year? 20, 22, 23 carries?
It wasn't.
Yeah, he got to get some carries this year.
I don't think he planned on Zeke being as good as he was.
I don't
So it
think
was-
nobody,
Yeah, it was like, now I can't.
I thought he was like when they won the national championship day. I'm like,
Yeah.
this boy is a superstar.
Yeah.
Like, why?
I saw it, and I had no.
I know he was mad. Like, I
I
can't
didn't think we
believe
would be
I
able
got to
to get
go
him,
back
so
to
I wasn't even
school.
thinking
Like,
about
yeah.
it. I was-
He was looking for all kind of loopholes. Like, man, I need to get out of here now. Like, I'm hot. I'm on fire. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like I said, not much as far as free agency for NFL right now. There was a trade yesterday. I think Julius Thomas got traded to the Dolphins. So
they trade people for 7
yeah, NFL trade. It was like a 7th-round pick. Like that's kind of crazy. But and then the combine is coming up. So like I said, not much news until after the combine. Whoever is
see
the
who
star
run
of
a
that.
4.4, 4.3, and who lift how many reps. And I seen the kid Mike Williams, he 13 reps. I'm like, I hope that's not that 225. You only doing 13 reps, player. Wide receivers is doing 19 reps and stuff. Like, you can't just be doing no 13 reps, man. 13 reps. Your stock gonna drop, man. You gotta do a couple. But nah, you go out there and run a 4.3.
Yeah, I'm about to say it all
Like,
depends on the 40 time.
They just won't run the ball his way. And wide receivers, all they gotta do is just get in the way anyway. They don't really have to do no heavy blocking, no Michael Irvin blocking, man. But yeah, before we go on the bad, I just want I'm no longer rooting for professional basketball teams.
Yeah, you mentioned this.
Yeah,
man.
I'm not. I seen some things I really don't like, man. How they doing with the culture and the Jets are on the clock. I'm about to give up rooting for professional football teams too. I'm just, I got better things to do, man. These guys out here getting money and not caring, man. So I root for some college kids and keep it moving. Just be an objective observer. Talk smack about folks. I like that role better anyway these days.
I mean, I feel like it's possible to do both. I feel like I try to keep my objective.
Yeah, nah. Ticket prices going up, quality of the product going down. NBA trash this year for the most part. To me, I'm not really enjoying like what I see out there. I'm hoping that this Cousins AD thing will bring bigs back. I'm hoping like
I predicted that.
It gets everybody away from that small ball. You did say it would come back.
It's coming back. It has to. There's too many good big men in the league
so
for it
I'm
not
hoping
to
that. I'm looking at that like
they just need to get dispersed more. It's teams with 3 and 4. These Sixers, the Kings, these teams have the Utah. Like we got to disperse these guys around the league, and then we're gonna see it come. It's gonna be.
I did not know they built an arena in Kansas City that's just sitting there in hopes that they're gonna get a team.
What?
Some guy went and built an arena. They say it's beautiful. It's just sitting there. I guess they had a high school tournaments there or something.
Yeah, you got
Tournament of Champions there or something.
Kansas City.
Yeah, they had a team. That's where the Kings originally came from. That's where Big O played his ball at. They won a team. So we were talking about possible expansion.
Yeah, that needs.
So that would be a second market. You got Kansas City and you got Seattle. Seattle definitely getting a team.
Kansas City, Seattle, but you need expansion in the East as well. I don't.
You just put Kansas City in the East. You just place people. That's it. You put them on there. Kansas City close enough to Chicago.
Well, they should do it. New Orleans should be in the East anyway.
Yeah, or you can move New Orleans around. I think
why?
they was getting at folks when they did that, when they made that move. Or Memphis. When they moved Memphis over there, they was getting at Memphis.
Memphis and New Orleans should be in the East. Like, and what map are you looking at? What's in the
so
West?
if you had a Kansas City and Seattle, you could just slide them on over. You know what I mean?
But like I said, the big men have to be dispersed through the league, which is we're gonna see. We're gonna start seeing the migration of these dudes moving around. Free agency. We want to talk about that. That's gonna help with that too.
Magic. You talk about Magic?
This is breaking. This is new. This is fresh off the
no longer Magic Johnny, Magic Jesus. The way Laker fans acting like he just going, what's the little chef boy, Chef Bay? Like Magic gonna come in, sprinkle the little seed, cut the little rib, and I'm like, man, y'all still a long way away. I don't care who they bringing that front office. They named Rob Pelinka the GM.
That was
Kobe's agent.
I feel like that was the better move.
Well, I kudos to Magic because Magic is not a guy who feels like I'm the smartest guy in the room. Magic feels like I'm going to surround myself with the right people so we can make some informed decisions. And I'm going to be the face of this thing. Like, I need to be making the final decision. However, I need my researchers. I need my analytics people. I didn't realize the Lakers have been traditionally very cheap in support staff, like around the organization where, people have various departments dedicated. The Lakers have just been family. Like, yo, we the Lakers, and you going to want to come here. How we get better? We go get better players. Shaq. Holla at me. Come on over. We ain't doing all that scouting. And if you tired after 32 minutes, do we need to take you out? No, we getting best players. And that has worked for the Lakers. That's been their formula.
That era's over.
Yeah, and they realize that, and that's why Magic, it looks like he's going out getting people who are familiar with the way, and kind of modernizing the franchise operation.
I know you're probably not going to agree with me here, and I've had plenty of conversations with people. I think we've talked about this before, but like, I go back to 2 seasons ago in the draft, and they take D'Angelo Russell.
I told you he was going to be trash.
My thing is this. If you're looking at any type of analytics, you take Jaleel Okafor over D'Angelo Russell as the Lakers. What did the Lakers...
Not in this NBA.
What did they want to do? They want to play the triangle. How do you play the triangle without a big?
Yeah, but he don't rebound.
But he's still a big.
He don't defend.
What does a big do in the triangle? He scores.
Yeah, but
That's what he needs to do. I'm not saying he's the best player. I'm not even saying he's a better player than D'Angelo. I'm just saying he's a better fit for what they're trying to do. It just makes sense.
No, D'Angelo Russell was not. No.
Like, in what world does D'Angelo Russell work in a triangle?
Ingram cost Kupchak and the owner his job. Yeah. How you get fired as a part owner? That's crazy.
Hey, so simple as
I guess he left it in the will.
Yeah. Have a seat
I guess it's in the will how things work out.
How does somebody say?
Obviously, Genie is the real boss.
How do you get offered the best big man in the league, and you say, you know what? I'm not giving up Brandon Ingram for that.
Brandon Ingram costs you your job.
At that point, you got to have a seat.
Brandon Ingram may never average 15 points a game in the NBA. I don't believe in him either. He seems a little slow. He doesn't seem as athletic as people believed. He doesn't seem to be the shooter, they say. And unless he can bulk up and get stronger.
If you're the Lakers, how do you pass on Chris Dunn in that position? How? What? Like, these are the things. This is why Mitch Kupchak and Bus are out of the job.
Or you make trades. You give it up.
Exactly.
Like, that's been the Laker way. Like, you make trades. You got, 2 number 2 picks? You could have traded both of those away and had your team. But, yeah, that Boogie thing, I think, was the last straw. Jeannie came in. Her and Magic passed some cocktails across the street from the Staples Center. Magic put that smile on like, come on, Jeannie.
All Magic told her was Magic.
They said Jerry Buss.
You think Magic didn't bring police?
They said Jim Buss was like, by a show of hands, like, what should we, like, we going to vote on this. Like, how you going, you the owner. And you running the show. No, we not voting. I'm taking Boogie. He top 10 in the league.
Yeah, like,
he averages, 28 points a game? You got 4 guys that don't average 28 points a game. Combined, your leading scorer comes off the bench. Yeah, he's your sixth man.
Jordan Clarkson is the best player on that team. That's wild.
What you call Lou Williams is their leading scorer, though?
Yeah, Lou Williams. But they traded him, too, today.
They did trade Lou Williams?
To the Rockets.
Yeah. They got to dump because they got to suck.
They got a number 1 pick. And
they got to suck to keep their pick, though. Yeah. And their pick going to be high, so they got to suck. They got to dump some more. Yeah. And you suck because this has depth in this draft. So this is and even like people are like panning Sacramento and saying they stupid and dumb but obviously they wanted to get rid of Boogie. They was tired of Boogie.
It was over. That situation.
You get rid of Boogie, and this year you have a draft with some depth. So you take your chances on maybe landing that player late in the draft. You find your Kawhi Leonard or whatever. Maybe possibly because you're gonna have guys that may not play as well in college or may not be workout wonders or whatever. So you're going to have some guys that slip through because you got, it's a lot of good players. I don't know if we have superstars, but we got a lot of good players this year, more than usual. A lot of depth in this draft. And then you want to keep your pick for next year because it looks like you got a couple superstars at the top possibly that project out to be superstars. And I think the Lakers somehow, what happens with their pick this year is tied into what happens with their pick in 2019. So you need to suck. If you could possibly lose 2 first rounds, high first round, because they're not going to get good no time soon.
No.
Especially with how they did this thing. If people made all NBA teams, you can get $30 more million. That's why Boogie was really pissed. That's what brought them tears on when he was leaving Sacktown. He lost $30 million just by getting traded. $30 million. $30 million. That's a lot of scratch. You're from Alabama. You got a lot of poor cousins. That could have been their money. Now he got to go into his, and the agents was running around telling people that's why the Lakers pulled back on the Ingram thing. Because the agents was like, he's not re-signing with whoever traded for him. New Orleans bucking on his relationship with AD and Mobile, Alabama being 2 hours up.
The thing about it is this. If I'm a team that grabs he's going to sign somewhere.
He going to sign right there in New Orleans.
That's what I'm saying. If you
Where's
have
he gonna
him,
go?
you got a better chance of any other team. Because he has to he's not like he's not going to resign. He's not going to go play overseas. So he's going to resign with somebody. Look, so why not take
that food good in New Orleans. Cost of living is cheap down there.
But what I'm saying is if you're LA, how do you still not make that he's going to resign somewhere.
You make that trade. Because if nothing else, you get this trash off the roster that's in the way. You might could have to make it work salary wise. You might could have got rid of Luau Deng or something, freed up that loaf.
I forgot Luau Deng.
Yeah, Mozgov. They making 18 and 16 million. They caught that windfall last year. Wow. A lot of people caught that windfall last year. That's why you got to overpay people going forward. Because how you going to a team and Mozgov making 18? How you gonna take?
I need a double that.
How you gonna be the $9 million guy? Like, no, I'm not being the $9 million guy. Better give me some of that Mozgov money. So yeah, that's another reason I'm out of the NBA business, man.
So I mean, I'm
just an observer.
We talking about this trade deadline, man. You think anything else? Any other deals going on? Anybody you that think definitely is gonna get moved?
In the NBA? No stars. They talking about y'all with Melo. You think that's gonna happen?
No. Yeah. I've been hearing more than Melo. I hear Drummond a lot. Which
somebody was trying to put a package together for him because I hear Detroit's not enamored with his work ethic.
Drummond is something I'll be happy with just for the simple fact of this. Even I've been hearing a lot of Jimmy Butler. I've even heard some Paul George. Paul George would be great. Jimmy Butler would be cool. But Drummond, I think, more than those two, feels a need, period. We just need somebody that can rebound and play defense and give us a couple points inside.
Paul George would be
great.
Would be good. Because I don't think there's anybody in this draft that's going to be better than Paul George. No. How old is Paul George? 25, 26?
26.
So you got him for 6 good years. Like the length of the contract, and he'll be a good player.
He has 2 more years left on his current deal. So that means you get him at 2 years at a bargain.
Paul George makes sense. Then you can keep IT if you get Paul George.
But I don't. Paul George may or may not happen. That's a little bit more of a lofty. That's cool.
Don't seem Drummond, like he trying to really stay in Indiana.
Yeah, I don't know if that he wouldn't.
Don't
be
seem like he's
looking
to
like
be
that.
in Indiana.
I mean, put it like this: you're going from a team that's what they're at, middle of the road in the playoffs, falling out. Actually, they've been losing. Yeah. To a team that's
I just don't understand it. Like I don't with the talent. It seems
I've said the same. I've said some of the same. I don't get how
who
they're
the coach
not better.
there again?
Who's the coach? I think it's new. McMillan.
Nate McMillan.
Yeah, I've never been impressed by any of the coaching jobs he's done to me.
Yeah, it's too much talent on paper there. They should be better.
I've said that. Like I ask all the time, what is going on with T? And I look at it, and I mean, he's scoring, but it's like I don't.
But it's kind of like.
I feel like you should get more.
It's kind of like me with, like, in watching LeBron. Is PG one of those guys that need the ball more than the average for? Like, he seemed to be at his best when he's playing on the ball. And he's either taking it or distributing. Yeah. Like, they always talk about LeBron playing with a point guard. I think a point guard gets in LeBron's way. Like, if he had a Chris Paul in there, he's not touching the ball except for finishing largely. Like, I think that would take away from some of the better aspects of his game. And I think maybe some of that is with
Paul George
PG
strikes
too.
me as a Tracy McGrady type player, which was
he needed the ball too.
He never really played with it. But what I'm saying is this: Teague, to me, the reason I look at Teague is if you're looking across the good teams in the East, they all have great point guards, whether they're scoring point guards or distributing. But I'm like, Teague, you're not really on this level. When he got traded to the Pacers, I was like, oh, that's good for him. He get a chance to show. Because in Atlanta, he showed flashes like he could play with them guys. But then I'm like, all right, Indiana, definitely he's going to, take it up a notch, be at that level. They need him to be at that level. He's not at that level. To me, I haven't seen it this season. That's what to me is missing because when you play Cleveland, you have to neutralize that Kyrie.
It looked like the people down Atlanta kind of knew what they was doing, like how they was maneuvering, like who they got rid of, who they kept. They kind of right there, number 4 seed.
Yeah, they right there.
Like it's kind of like everybody's not going to be championship contender. Everybody's not going to be Golden State, Cleveland, whatever. But Atlanta has seemed to sustain and put together a quality product.
To me, I always felt like if you're not one of the teams that have the preeminent star in the league, is you stay around, you hang around until that opportunity strikes where that preeminent team.
Well, it depends on how you're hanging around. Now, in Atlanta's case, they hanging around with old heads. So that's not really going to work because their people going to fizzle out at the same time. Now, if you kind of like y'all in a position where y'all will be bringing in young talent, y'all probably trade a IT because he's like 29. So by the time y'all ready, he going to be at the tail end, and he only 5'8" or whatever and some change.
Which is why in this draft, if we keep the pick, we're going with Markelle Fultz because that's a smooth transition.
I'm looking at his game, and I don't see the explosiveness for this level. That's the only concern I have with Fultz.
I feel like he has more of the size.
He has a nice, smooth game.
He has the size to get it done.
And I don't see the shot. Like, I want to see the shot because if you're not explosive, you better have that shot. You can get some more burst, but you're never going to be Russell Westbrook. You either Russell Westbrook or you're not. Like, you're not. Everybody's not moving at that pace.
Like I said, he's more of a scorer than a shooter. And I think his size will help with that at the point guard.
He does have some length.
6'4", 6'5".
So we will see. Maybe, but I'm looking for that burst. Like I'm kind of leaning ball these days. At first I was straight Fultz, but I'm wondering how much of Fultz productivity is because by default. Like
Yeah.
he's the man.
He's
Like
the guy.
what would Ball look like? Would that team even be much better with Ball making the decisions
Probably.
and distributing?
My thing,
And
I'm talking. If I'm looking at the next level and I'm looking at possibly having number 1 pick, that's a fit thing then. Because if you get Ball, you have to play ball. I can't play ball with Isaiah Thomas and Avery Bradley and Marcus Smart on my team. I can't.
some of them got to go if you get Ball.
Exactly. But why not just?
Because
if you get Fultz, you can play Fultz with that.
But do you want to get in that game?
Great.
Do you want to get in that game? IT is 29. We just talked about it. By the time Fultz is really ready, y'all probably be transitioning from IT at that point.
But what I'm saying,
because we look in 2 years or so before he's really ready.
Fultz can play now. He can play with IT on the same court.
I'm not passing over the next Jason Kidd for Fultz. I'm sorry.
I don't see him as next Jason Kidd. Man.
You don't see him because he doesn't have the ball as much as he's going to have it in the pros because they're essentially playing with 3-point guards in UCLA at the same damn time. So when he's the point guard, he's the one with the ball. This kid Ball. Yeah.
I like Ball, but I don't think that we kind of jumping out the window just slightly. I think, to me, his play is great.
You heard what his daddy said.
I was just
you
gonna
heard
say,
what his
I
daddy
feel like his
said.
daddy is the one that's really leading the hype train.
And his daddy should, because he know what his boy about. You heard him.
I think
he said, I know what my boy about.
I don't know that.
Steph going to have problems sticking my boy.
Yeah,
Steph had problems sticking everybody. You ain't really said nothing.
What are you saying? Like,
when you saying your boy going to be better than Steph, I'm not certain.
I'm not going with it. Like, I like
his
Ball.
boy reminds me of Jason Kidd, though.
I like Jason Kidd was, but
with a better shot.
I'm pointing to my head right now. I'm pointing to my head now, people. That's where Jason Kidd was better.
Oh yeah, no
than
question.
Everybody,
right.
He up top. I don't know that Paul. I cannot give that to Ball yet. I haven't seen it. I have to see that. You can't just. I can't do that at the college level. You can't show me that you are a Jason Kidd type player. That's cerebral.
Kid wasn't catching them alley oops either.
Yeah, like,
Ball catching lobs.
He's an athlete. I give that. But we talking about you got to have it up top to tell me you Jason Kidd. You got to be a leader. You have to be able to actually think the game. Kid went from.
Well, who looking at that number 2 pick?
Number two.
It's not the Sixers, right?
No.
Not
It's Phoenix?
Yeah, but the Lakers right there.
Yeah, Lakers right there too. I think the Lakers are number 2 right now. And then Phoenix is 3.
I don't know why we missing somebody.
Because Malik Monk is projected to go to the Sixers, I think at 4 right now. I mean, he works for them. I
just want to see the Sixers with. I want to see Ben out there with the ball in his hands with Embiid.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I think they got something, but I think Malik Monk is a good fit for what because they need.
You gotta have somebody that can shoot.
Exactly.
Somebody got to be able to shoot the ball.
Whether he's small or not, they got enough size. They need somebody that can put the ball in the bucket. Besides Embiid.
By the end of the year, Sacramento gonna be number 2.
It's the whole half of a season left for them to be bad.
Sacramento be the second worst team by the time it's over.
It's the whole half of the season left for them to be bad.
Yeah, we know the Nets gonna have the worst record. They 10 games.
Yeah,
worse than everybody.
at this point it's ping pong balls. That's all.
Just how they fall. As if the league
the
league really want Boston to get that pick. That's what it's gonna come down to.
I mean, but I find myself torn. It goes from on.
We've been here before. I know y'all in the back of y'all mind, y'all thinking Tim Duncan.
Yeah, it's a player-to-player basis. I'm like, okay, if we're talking Jimmy Butler, I don't know if I'm comfortable giving up that pick. If we're talking Paul George, give him the pick. If we're talking Drummond, he feels a need.
I'm not sure if anybody
get
like
better. He's only 21.
The draft, man, is such a crapshoot. Like you don't know how these people, in most cases, are gonna transition. And when you look at somebody that's established in the league, like a Jimmy Butler or a Paul George, and both of those guys are two-way guys, I don't know.
Like I said,
I don't know if I'm holding those picks for any of them.
Paul George, yes. Jimmy Butler, it's a little because when Avery Bradley was healthy, I've been healthy for a while. It gives you much of the same thing. He's a first-team all-defensive player, and he was giving us 20 and 10 before he was hurt.
What did he play? 8 games?
No.
He's not gonna give you. He's not gonna be a 20-point scorer over the course of a season.
I mean, he did it until he got hurt. That's what he was doing.
19 games. Yeah.
It wasn't 19 games.
He's not gonna average no 20 points.
He doesn't have to average 20 points a game.
I wish he was there though, because Isaiah wouldn't be averaging no 29. I just don't like the fact he's doing anything in a Celtic uniform that Pierce, Bird, Havlicek.
Yeah,
it's just like because I know he's not better than those guys.
Yeah.
Like, but it's just.
But they're not saying
it's the league. It's the way the game is played. Like
a stat doesn't make you. That is the biggest argument of this era. A stat doesn't make you better than someone. It just means you did something.
You did something exactly.
That's all. Yeah. Like you can get as many triple doubles as you want. That don't make you better than Jordan. Just because he didn't do it.
And I still don't. I just don't like seeing it. I'm troubled about it.
Like I said, I don't know if Jimmy Butler really makes that big of a deal. I would love to have him on my team for the right price. And then Paul George, I think that he makes a bigger difference in Boston than he makes in Indiana. That's because he gives you that equalizer for Bron. He's not as good as Bron, but they are.
He's better. He gives you more.
Yeah, they cancel each other out at that point. So then now we got a series. So that's why I'd give more up for Paul George. He accelerates your timeline. Put it like that. But like I said,
yeah, I'm not sure anybody in this draft is going to be as good as Paul George. It's hard to say.
It's hard to say. No,
but
Paul
if I
George
would bet on somebody,
I
would bet on somebody, it would be Ball. Just because he's 6'6" point guard, and although the shot is unorthodox, it looks to be.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this.
Looks to be a consistent shot.
You're objective. I'm not. What do you think about Josh Jackson?
I think he's an athlete. I think he's a solid player. I don't see it translating to. Like, I don't see him being a big-time scorer at the next level.
No?
Nah. I see him being athletic. I don't.
Josh Jackson or Wiggins? College level.
Wiggins.
Is better. Who's better on the college level, though? I think
well, Wiggins carried the team. So that was Josh has senior leadership. I'm not saying this guy is a good comparison, but I'm comparing Josh's situation to Malachi Richardson's situation. Much in the same way that Josh is a freshman. Josh has some really talented people that are upperclassmen that takes a lot of the pressure. So when teams are game planning, they're not really game planning. They're thinking about the point guard,
Frank Mason.
They're thinking about containing him because he runs the show. And there's other people before you even get to Josh. So it allows Josh to flourish more. If Josh was apples to apples in the same situation that Wiggins was in, where Wiggins kind of came in as the man, I'm not certain. Although Perry Ellis, and then Perry Ellis, when his 32-year-old behind was there or whatever, Embiid wasn't Embiid yet. Like you seen flashes, but he wasn't like we looking at this guy like, oh my God, Keem Olajuwon comparisons. We didn't. Wiggins came in and it was like, no, this guy is good, and Wiggins was like, damn, why weren't you more assertive? Like that's the only thing you would say.
Now, what you
I'm saying if Wiggins had come into a similar situation than Josh, he may have, because Josh is getting a lot of his because.
But the difference between the two
who else you gonna leave?
To me, and this is what I think is going to help him at the next level, is his assertiveness and his competitiveness is on a crazy level. It's a much higher level. When the moments are big, and we've had those moments because we come from behind in every big game we've had, we're
going to see what Josh does out in Sacramento. Because he looks like a guy that's headed right there. Remember Ben Blackmore?
No, yeah, he's right about there.
Remember Ben Blackmore? Remember him?
Who? McLemore. Ben McLemore was not the player that we seeing here, though. Ben McLemore.
We thought he would be better.
I thought he would be good, but not. And I think in Ben McLemore's defense, I think he's a better player than we've seen because Sacramento's just so dysfunctional.
So when Josh gets to Sacramento, we'll see. Before we go, I just wanted to touch on this quick subject, like 30 seconds. Candace Wiggins. She came out and said she retired early from the WNBA because she was bullied, largely because she was heterosexual and very vocal about it. I was skimming the article. I want to delve into it more because it's just an interesting phenomenon because you usually don't hear that. It's usually the reverse.
The other way around.
But you hear a situation in the league, and she put numbers out there, project 98% of WNBA is homosexual. But it just, to me, what made it interesting is power dynamics. And it was all about power dynamics. Really, in the WNBA, according to her, the dominant culture is homosexuals. Mm-hmm. So when the roles are reversed, the power dynamics flip just as easily.
Yeah.
So it was just, to me, it was a very compelling article. I want to get into it more because she actually she said she was miserable playing in the WNBA.
But that can happen so easily. It happens in many other different situations. Mm-hmm. Well, let's, take it as do a racial thing. Of course, in regular society, normal society, white people are the dominant race, the more populous. Then if you get into inner city urban area where black people are the more dominant race, if you are other,
the power dynamics switch.
The power dynamic is going to be different. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Even when you look at how the athletes respond to President Trump and how basketball players like, now we're not staying at this hotel, we're not staying at. Where in other sports, it's not the same reaction or response.
Can't make that sense. It's very easily.
But it was just like, and I'm wondering what's the legs going to be on this story? Because you get certain stories that just kind of get buried and people don't talk about them, and you get that one article. So I'm interested to see if it's something that is actually discussed.
I don't know that it would, because it's very counter to the agenda of like anti-bullying is not designed for what she's talking about.
Yeah, you're right. That's
not what
exactly.
Is designed for. So
you're going right where I wanted you to go.
Yeah, it's very counter to the agenda that's going on. I doubt that is something that is really talked about. But it's interesting, very interesting situation.
I was just like, wow, I caught that at the lab. I'm like, that's interesting. Very different perspective. Like, I want to see if
I wouldn't, but not to make light of it, but what is the ridicule that you can get for being a heterosexual? Like what I don't
know. I'm gonna read. I'm going back and read the article.
Think, like, what would be
my tablet was dead because I was gonna try to peruse here to point out.
Like, what do they call it?
It's got to be
breeder. You're a breeder. You're a breeder.
We ready to button it up? Who about that life?
What is that? I don't know. Yeah, man, we're just about out of here, man.
Who about that life?
Who's about that? Yo, it's so much going on that this is like I couldn't really nail down somebody to be about that life. Oh, you know what? It just popped in my head, and I'm gonna go with it. About that life, NBA. One of the coolest moments of the weekend after the 3-point contest.
When they came out for the Sega.
They came out and did the shots for Sega. I thought that was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Like I loved every minute of that. I thought that was great. Like, so I say, the NBA, TNT, Turner, whoever planned that, Ernie Johnson, that did About That Life.
Yeah, that was
cool.
Cool.
That was cool, man.
Steph off the stuff, because he used to make them half courts
No,
regular.
I tell you why he wasn't making them. Steph doesn't shoot half court shots from the middle of half court. I'm like, why you keep shooting from the middle of half court? Anytime I've ever seen him make a half court shots from one side.
Seemed like he didn't want to go out there. Like he was mellowed out.
Yeah, I think he was chilling too. He was
now that
cold.
Steven Jackson told us after they take their last test, they all smoke. He might have been smoked out or something.
Yeah, who knows?
He was on semi-vacation.
Like, probably had a couple drinks.
Yeah.
But I want to say that the NBA is about that life for that. That was cool.
Yeah. It's a good weekend with those type of things.
Let's get out of here, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Catch us on Hamilton Radio every first and third Tuesday, right here at 8:30. Hamilton Radio Channel HR2. Follow us on Twitter, IG, About That Sports Life, ABTDATSPRTSLIFE. Facebook, ace.deez.7. Shoot us an email, anything you want to talk about, any questions you have, aboutthatsportslife@gmail.com. Also, check us out, man. We got replays of the show on our site, www.aboutthatsportslife.com. Now, we also on SoundCloud and now on iTunes at About That Sports Life. Anything else?
Nah.
You good?
I'm good.
All right, man. I'll take care.
Giants for the Bills, call me Paul Sales. Haters get the curve like a guardrail.
click is on the